Live a day in the life of Julius Caesar. It's his last. You are at a friend's house for dinner, signing letters, half listening. Somebody asks the table what the best kind of death is. You don't look up. You say, the one you don't see coming. You are 55 years old. You are the most powerful man Rome has ever produced, and you are not an emperor because there is no such job yet, and there won't be for another generation. Your face is on the money. You have your own priest. There is a statue of you standing among the gods. They call you dictator for life. And in about 14 hours, you will be stabbed 23 times by people you call friends and family. You wake up in a house with a temple roof on it. That is not a figure of speech. The Senate voted to build a pediment over your front door, the big triangular gable you see on the front of a temple, so that anybody walking past can tell that a god lives here. You are the god. They voted on it. Downstairs, they are already killing things. Every important Roman morning starts with a sacrifice and a priest reading the animal's insides to see whether today is a good idea. It usually takes one animal and about 5 minutes. The first one comes back wrong. So they bring another one. That one is wrong too. So they bring another and another. The priests keep going back in, the morning keeps getting longer, and the answer never changes. The answer is, don't go out today. Your wife hasn't slept. She dreamed you died in her arms. She is standing in your hallway now, refusing to let go of you. You are dizzy, and you have been for months. Your own doctors are telling you not to go out today. So you cancel. You are the most powerful man alive. You can just cancel. You'll have Antony send the Senate home. And then a friend turns up at your door and laughs at you. He says, "Are you seriously sending the Senate of Rome home because your wife had a bad dream? What would you like me to tell them? Come back when your wife sleeps better." He takes you by the hand and walks you out of the house. His name is Decimus. You are extremely fond of him. He is in your will. He has been planning your murder for weeks. You have been in a room with men who wanted to kill you before. You were 25 and pirates had you. They asked 20 talents for your life, and you were personally offended and told them to ask 50. You spent over a month with them, joined their games, read them your poetry, and sulked when they didn't like it. Told them cheerfully, repeatedly, that when this was over, you were going to come back and crucify every one of them. They thought it was hilarious. You paid the ransom, raised a fleet, hunted them down and crucified every one of them. You did cut their throats first because you were fond of them. Then Gaul. 8 years, something like 1 million dead, and 1 million more sold into slavery. The numbers were written down long after you were gone. Treat them gently, but nobody who was there thought it was small. Outside one hill town, you dug 2 rings of wall, one facing in at the town and one facing out at the army coming to save it, and starved everybody in the middle. The town pushed its own women and children out of the gates to make the food last and asked you to let them through. You said no. You wrote that down yourself. It's in your book. They stayed in the gap between your 2 walls until they died, watched from both sides. When the war ended, Rome wanted you prosecuted for it. Coming home unarmed meant a courtroom. So you came home armed. You crossed a small river in the north of Italy with 1 legion, which was treason, and took the entire Roman world off them instead. At Pharsalus, you fought Romans. Mid-battle, you shouted at your own men to spare the citizens. Afterwards, you let every soldier pick 1 enemy and keep him alive. This wasn't sentiment. You wrote it down in a letter as policy. Let this be the new way of winning, mercy instead of terror. You had watched Sulla do it the other way, with heads on spikes in the forum, and you had decided you would rather be loved. So you pardoned everyone who asked, including a young man called Brutus, who fought against you at Pharsalus. You gave orders before the battle, take him alive, and if he fights back, let him go. Then you pardoned him and made him praetor of Rome for this year, and promised him a consulship. You did roughly the same for a man called Cassius, who had commanded an enemy fleet against you. Remember that. Now look at the man who did all that. You are ill and have been for years. The Romans call it the falling sickness. Nobody has ever worked out what it actually was. Your answer has been to punish your body harder than the illness can. 100 miles a day, swimming the rivers that get in your way, arriving before the messengers sent to announce you. You conquered the known world with a body that keeps switching itself off. And this morning, it did it again. Your doctors stood in your hallway and told you not to go out. They are worried about the wrong thing. Somebody hands you the new silver. Your own face on coins while you're still alive. No living Roman has ever managed that. Look at the word beside your head. It doesn't say king, it says dictator, for life. Rome still elects its consuls, the Senate still sits. On paper, nothing has been taken away from anybody. And everybody in this city can feel that something has. A month ago you sat up, donned in the purple and watched the festival, and Antony came running out of the festival crowd, half naked, and put a white band on your head in front of everyone. You listened to the applause. It was thin, and it came from one small patch of the crowd, the patch that was always going to clap. So you took it off. And the roar you got for taking it off was the loudest sound you have ever heard, and you understood exactly what it meant, and you had the refusal written into the official record. You have taken to wearing red boots in the style of the ancient kings your family claims to descend from. You are denying you want to be king in a dead king's shoes. And when the entire Senate came to you in a body, carrying new honors, you did not stand up. Rome has not forgiven that. Your friends have been explaining it for months. Someone held him down, they say. He tried to rise. It was the illness. His head swims when he stands. Nobody believes them. You sent your bodyguard away. Armed Spaniards gone. The whole Senate stood up as one body and swore an oath to protect your life with their own. You took them at their word. You have said you would rather die once than live every day expecting it. In 3 days, you leave for Parthia. You will be gone for years. Your baggage is already being packed. And the thing going round the forum this week is that the priests have found a line in the old books saying Parthia can only be beaten by a king, and that today, in that meeting, somebody is going to propose making you one everywhere except here. You set out late, in a group, hours after you should have. Decimus walks beside you. A soothsayer stopped you weeks ago and told you to be careful of the middle of March. You see him on the way in, and you're in a good mood, so you call out to him that the day has come and nothing has happened. He says, it's come, it isn't gone. A man forces his way through the crowd and puts a small folded note straight into your hand. He is close enough to touch you, and he is saying, read this one now. Read it yourself. Now. It's about you. You have been handed 30 of these this morning. Grain, boundaries, somebody's nephew. You put it in your left hand with the others. It has the whole plot in it. You will still be holding it unread when it's over. On the step, a senator you barely know takes your arm and starts talking, and keeps talking, and across the portico 60 men with knives under their clothes are watching his mouth move, and every one of them has just decided you have been told. Some of them are quietly planning to kill themselves rather than be arrested. He was asking you for a favor. The Senate isn't meeting in the Senate House today. You demolished that. They're meeting in a hall attached to a theater, and the hall belongs to Pompey, the man you destroyed, and there is a statue of Pompey standing in it. And it is standing there because you personally ordered it put back up. Hundreds of men rise to their feet as you come in. You sit down in the gilded chair they voted you. A man called Simba approaches with a petition about his brother's exile. Others crowd in behind him, supporting it, taking your hands, kissing your head. Then Simba takes hold of your toga with both hands and pulls it down off your shoulders. You say, this is violence. The first man stabs at your neck and misses, catching you across the shoulder, and you turn and grab the blade with your bare hand and drive your writing pen through his arm, and he screams for his brother in Greek. Petition scrolls go everywhere, ink across the floor. Pompey watches from his plinth. And then they are all on you, because they agreed beforehand that every man would strike so that it would be a sacrifice and not a murder. There are so many of them that they are cutting each other in the crush. Not all of them can even reach you. One who does is Cassius. His blade catches you across the face. Hundreds of senators watch. Not one of them moves. You are fighting. You are 55, ill, unarmed, and you are still fighting. And then you see Brutus coming. And you stop. There is a line everybody knows, and it isn't real. It was written for a stage in England 1600 years later. The oldest account gives you no last words at all. The others say you said nothing, though a few pass along a rumor at arm's length that you spoke to Brutus in Greek. What we do know is what you did with your last few seconds. You pulled your robe down over your legs so that you would fall decently. 23 wounds. The oldest account says 35. 23 is the number that stuck. A doctor examined you afterwards and found that 22 of them didn't matter. One did. You fall against the base of Pompey's statue. Everybody runs. For a while there is nobody in the room but you. Outside nobody knows. It's a public holiday and most of Rome is drunk in a field by the river. Eventually 3 slaves come in, the sort of men nobody bothers to write down, and they put you on a litter and carry you home through your own city. One of your arms hangs off the side the whole way. The men with the knives had planned to throw you in the Tiber. The men who did it were yours, every one of them. Some were men you had beaten, forgiven, and promoted. The rest were your own officers, men you raised yourself. Brutus and Cassius were only alive to be in that room because you had spared them. Your mercy was a policy. You wrote it down. It worked exactly as designed, right up until it killed you. And the Republic they killed you for? It lasted 13 more years. Then your heir finished the job you were accused of wanting, and Rome got its first actual emperor. Last night at dinner, somebody asked you what the best kind of death was. You said, the one you don't see coming. It's the one thing you got right.